If you have an audience on Facebook and you want to make a lot of money, then you need this video because I'm going to walk you through the 6 simple steps to monetizing your videos beyond Facebook, so be sure to stick around. There are more and more creators making larger and larger amounts of money on Facebook these days. But these creators we hear about are often the top earners and performers on the platform. It's very similar to YouTube. Mr. Beast gets hundreds of millions of views every single month on his main channel and billions across multiple channels, which undoubtedly generates a nice chunk of ad revenue. But even he, one of the biggest creators in the world, regularly does brand deals and sponsorships as a way to monetize beyond the tools built into the platform he uses and loves. He's even launched Mr. Beast Burger as an additional way to monetize beyond his videos by capitalizing on the massive audience that he's built around the world. You should be doing the same thing. Well, hey there, I'm Daniel and welcome to Uscreen, the best place for anyone to learn how to start a successful business around monetizing their videos online. I'm a massive fan and champion of all these platforms for creators building and enabling tools to help people monetize their content. But they all have limitations. The true beauty of these platforms is that they allow creators like you to build an audience online and monetize that attention in the process. But ultimately, that monetization they offer is the icing on the cake. It's that little something extra and should really be treated like that. Monetizing beyond Facebook is where you can make real income that can become a primary stream of revenue. And there's no shortage of opportunities for creators to do just that. Monetizing beyond Facebook is the best way to position yourself for long-term success. But not all monetization methods are built equally. When it comes to monetizing beyond Facebook, things like donations, sponsored content, merchandise, and affiliate links are great ways to generate additional revenue. But the revenue generated from these can leave something to be desired, and they all lack one important thing: data. When people donate to you via PayPal or buymeacoffee.com, buy a piece of gear from a sponsored video, pick up one of your custom t-shirts, or use one of your affiliate links to buy something on Amazon, you don't have their consent to send them emails to build relationships and market to them. But when you create your own video streaming website, you take control of the most important piece of this puzzle: your audience. When you monetize via your own platform, you take control of your audience, your revenue, and your business. Owning your audience and their contact information like email addresses means that you can take that data with you wherever you go.
I'm rich.
Your success is no longer tied to a single platform like Facebook when you own your audience. These platforms can shadow ban you, prevent people from seeing your content, or even just kick you off the platform entirely anytime they like. They own it, not you. Of course, we highly recommend that you always respect the rules and guidelines of the platforms because it's their playing field, but you can never be too careful. With your own streaming site, you can significantly scale the number of customers you're reaching without exponentially increasing your workload, and you'll keep more of your revenue since you won't be splitting it with platforms like YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, who might take anywhere from 30 to 50%. But where in the world do you start? Well, you definitely need to start by subscribing to this channel right now for more amazing videos from our team, hitting that thumbs up button to show us some love, and turning on those notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Creating your own video streaming site sounds more intimidating than it actually is. Let's break it down. When you order a steak dinner, you don't pick up the plate and try to dump all of that food into your mouth in one bite. I mean, you can, but I don't think it's gonna go very well, and I really don't want you to choke. So the realistic approach is to cut that steak into bite-sized pieces and attack it one bite at a time. Hope is not a strategy you can successfully monetize. What's your overarching goal here? Is it to generate a sustainable income for yourself? Is it to help people conquer a specific subject? Is it to help people get fit on an ongoing basis? I often find it helpful to pick that big, audacious end goal and work backwards from there. This helps you create a roadmap for yourself of where this venture is heading and how you're gonna get there. Adjust that as necessary, but having an outline can be the difference between moving forward with purpose and wandering around aimlessly. From that high-level view, you'll want to begin planning on a more micro level to get started and gain some momentum. For a video-based business, that means you need a content plan and an editorial calendar. This can help you get a clear view of your strategy, what's being produced, what's being published when, and more. What will you post on Facebook? When will you publish or stream on your premium platform? How will you differentiate your content for each platform and then communicate that difference to your audience? How will you be monetizing? How will you be selling? While we'll get to the answers to some of these here in this video, you also need to be confident in your own answers to each of these questions. The last planning step that I find super useful is to create an action plan. Action plans include things like well-defined campaign goals, tasks, and steps to be done to reach those goals, people in charge of completing each task, when the tasks will be completed, resources needed, and measures to evaluate your progress. Have a vision, create a content calendar, and get rolling with an action plan. Even if you're not ready to launch, it always pays to be prepared. When it comes to choosing a platform, you've got a few options. Custom development. This is super expensive and time consuming. Piece it together yourself. You can hack your way through it or hire someone to do this for you by combining something like WordPress and some video hosting tools and some marketing tools and anything else you might need, but this can also be expensive and time consuming, not to mention headache inducing. Use an existing white label solution. This is much simpler to set up and has much higher upside than your other options. It goes without saying that I highly recommend you check out our platform at Uscreen. Our team works incredibly hard to deliver the premier video monetization platform for creators like you looking for an all-in-one solution. With our platform, you can launch your branded streaming service in just a few steps, customize stunning video website themes and templates designed to convert with no coding required, unlock the potential of your videos with our marketing and automation tools, supercharge your reach, leverage built-in sales and analytics reports to track your success, and ultimately, tap into our knowledge to stay ahead of the game with videos like this one you're watching right now. When you succeed, we succeed, and we're here to help you grow. But don't just take my word for it. If you're interested in learning more about Uscreen, be sure to check out our on-demand demo of the platform by clicking the link in the top right corner now. Facebook gives you access to billions of people on the platform. This means it's a fantastic place to build an audience and maybe generate some supplemental revenue in the process. Not to mention, building your audience is one of the most valuable things you can do for your business. Your success depends on driving more new traffic to the right places. If you've ever used a funnel to fill a condiment bottle or change your oil in your car, then you know what I mean. When you have a funnel, the amount that makes it through the bottom of the funnel is dependent upon how much you pour into the top of it. If you only pour in a little, then only a little has the opportunity to get through to the bottom. But if you pour a lot into the top, then more will get through. Even though a marketing and sales funnel is a little bit different and you'll lose people between the top and the bottom, the principle still stands. The more people you're able to get into the top of your funnel, the more people will trickle down to the bottom where they become paying customers of your video streaming service. Keep your foot on the gas because there are people out there who need what you have and you just haven't met them yet. The beauty of having your own streaming site is that you get to determine how and when you'll monetize. The transactions all take place on your site, resulting in a seamless experience for your customers. There are 3 simple methods. Transactional monetization means people can buy a single video, a bundle of videos, an online course, or even pay-per-view live stream access from you. Subscription monetization is where you create a membership around your content, similar to a Facebook fan subscription, but better because it's on your own platform. The last one is a hybrid method. For example, you could offer a subscription program, but sporadically offer exclusive live streams as an upsell that's not included in your subscription fee. It may seem as simple as choosing your preferred method, but there's more to it than that. Often what we find is that people coming from platforms like YouTube and Facebook end up having a little bit of trouble determining what their core offer is or should be for a paid offer. What's the value you can give your audience and what do they expect in return? After your customers receive the core value that you have to offer, are you going to continue adding value over time? Or is that it for the offer? Do you have the bandwidth and stamina to sustain an ongoing membership? If you're up for it, then subscriptions are a great way to go. But if not, then transactional monetization could be better suited to your needs. A lot of creators are just guessing and not being honest about their core selling point for their content. For example, with fitness, it's relatively easy to determine that subscriptions are the way to go because providing ongoing value takes the form of new and various workouts, maybe some nutritional advice, and even some lifestyle content to continue adding value. There's no shortage of content you can create. For someone making another type of content, like a specific niche of education, then the time investment might outweigh the benefit of subscriptions, in which case something more transactional like an online course may be the more valuable option for both the creator and the consumer. And transactional monetization is not a one-stop shop for your audience. In fact, people are more likely to buy from creators after the initial exchange assuming it was a positive experience. Take the time to really think about your offer, your own investment, and what will work best for your content and your business. The next step you'll need to think about is actually building out your video streaming website. The good news is that Uscreen makes this a breeze for you. With templates and page building tools built into the platform, you can have your site designed and up and running fast. The great news is that if you have the desire for a more custom design, you can do that as well. Beyond that, you can create your streaming site as a standalone site, or you can integrate it into your brand's existing website without much additional effort. You also have the freedom to create a site that's unique to your brand that will attract viewers and convert them into customers. Now it's time to figure out how to sell what you've built to the people who love you most. As your audience grows on a place like Facebook, you'll want to use that presence to create and publish engaging videos your followers love that are full of value, but ultimately leave them wanting more, which hopefully leads them to your video streaming website. As your audience grows, you're also building a library of content that constantly encourages people to check out your premium website, which hopefully means your income will grow as well. Your viewers win by getting access to additional content, and you win by generating an income from both your free and exclusive content, which enables you to keep making more great content for your viewers. But for this to work well, and to be able to bridge the gap between your Facebook presence and your video streaming website, it's important to consider some sales concepts. The first tip here is that you need to make sure that people following you on Facebook know that your video streaming site exists and encourage them to check it out. You can do this by simply adding a call to action to your videos and descriptions. A call to action is basically where you tell someone to do something. My wife has a lot of calls to action for me. Without a call to action, people won't know that you want them to check out your paid offer. So if I were making videos about gardening and I wanted to send people to my video streaming site, I might say, to learn advanced techniques to ward off summer pests, make sure to check out my premium site at gardeningsite.com, and then I'd show the URL or send them to a link in the description. The second tip to get more viewers to your video streaming site is to use all of the features Facebook has built in that allows you to send people to your website, like the link in your About section, the description of the video, and even the comments. Our third tip is to use something like an early bird discount when you're launching your video streaming site. You can simply use coupons and offer a slight discount to the first 100 people that sign up for your service. Not to mention, we've got a tool built into the Uscreen platform that makes setting this up a breeze. Our last tip, and one of the most effective ways to transition people smoothly from your free content to your paid offering, is by offering a piece of your premium paid content for free in exchange for email addresses. You can then use those email addresses to build deeper relationships and send sales emails. Ultimately, those people are more likely to convert because you've nurtured them along rather than just slapping them in the face with sales offers over and over and over. Actually, in our marketing tools is something called LeadZen that can help make this process super easy for anyone using Uscreen. Now, your next best step is to watch the Uscreen on-demand demo by clicking the link right here next to my head, and we'll quickly walk you through everything you need to know about Uscreen. Click that link right now. And if you found this video helpful, I'd be so grateful if you hit those like and subscribe buttons below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.